Namaste. Today we are here to learn how to download our NCH certificate, that is the National Commission of Homeopathy. Most of us would remember that a couple of months ago we got a message from our state registrations that we have to register for the NCH registry, which after which we got a message that said that we have a number and registration is successful. Now, over the last 2 days, we got a nice World Homeopathy Day surprise gift by NCH that we most of us have got this email, which is from this ID ncog@digitalindia.gov.in. And as we know that .gov.in is the official domain, so we can trust this email. Some of us have reported that this has been going in spam, but it's mostly because of these broken logos, and it's not spam. This is a real email where you get your NCH number, which is now it is the NRH number. Now, this NRH number, you have to click on this link and you get a certificate. I'm going to showcase that link back to you again very quickly. So you click on this and it opens to a tab like this. What happens here is you see this button is grayed out. A lot of people have complained that when they try to enter this number here, now what they follow is they follow this process, that is NRH, and they do the slash, and most of us would be copy pasting. But even if you copy paste this and then you enter your number here and you get the OTP. Allow me a moment to do that. So if you do this, it pops up saying your entered details do not match. Please check and try again. So the issue is, while it says a slash here, what it needs is a space here. Keeping the same OTP intact, if you press find now, as you can see, it quickly generates all of this. OTP goes away. You get a tick here, which confirms your state council, and you get NRH number generated as confirmed. And this button then lights up. So you click here and download your certificate. Should you still face some issues, you can very well use your state registration number. I have tried, it works with that as well. Now, the OTP, if we wonder, I think it ensures that one can't download a certificate for someone else, because the certificate is quite comprehensive. It's a good-looking certificate. It carries your NRH number. It carries your clinic, whatever you had registered back then. Of course, it has some private details. I'm a little disappointed it doesn't mention MD properly, because when we did register with Maharashtra Council, it confirms that there's an additional qualification form that we filled up. So that seems to be missing here, that the additional qualifications are not updated. Also, this certificate seems to be valid only for a year, which is not in sync with my MCH registration, for example, which is every 5 years. So let's see how that pans out. But this is a certificate. You can save this, you can download this, you can print it and put it up. But ideally, you don't need to do that, because there was the DigiKYD thing, in case you remember. We would have received the DigiKYD, that was your Know Your Doctor, a thick plastic board that you could put up in your clinic, and that would really help. If you scan that QR code, the patient or any potential person can see the doctor's profile. So all of this gets linked, which is very much in sync with what is happening with ABHA and UHI. If you're not familiar with this, then please refer to our ABDM series of videos that have come up. I'll try to add a link here. That's really important for doctors to understand. Now, let's proceed to the second part of the email. From this entire part is related to DigiLocker. If you don't have a DigiLocker, right? Now, this is not to be confused with DigiYatra. DigiYatra also plugs into DigiLocker. DigiLocker is a cloud where you can upload not just your PAN, Aadhaar, and passport, and but you can also your driving license. You can fetch your 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet. You can fetch your degree certificate from some institutions, and even some of your policies, and all of that can be streamlined there. Again, great digital initiative. Do look at that. So you can skip all of this if you're already registered on DigiYatra. What you got to do, I'm so sorry, you're already registered on DigiLocker. Now on this very page, you go to sign in. Okay. You, on this very page where we're looking at the certificate, you go to sign in, you select this drop down, scroll down, find practitioner. What I have understood now, this is Aadhaar Verify. So you'll have to go to the DigiLocker portal. It comes up like this, and you've got to verify it. If you remember your PIN, well and good. Otherwise, you can do this via an OTP. Now, all of this is a little sensitive information, so I'm going to pause here. What is a bit of a challenge after this is what I'll just very quickly share. So once you sign in, you get this page where you can select to just share your Aadhaar card and not share your other details that are here. You can also specify how long this can be. For the moment, I'm going with what's being offered here, and I click on allow. It processes this, and then it takes me to this portal for Ayush, which is, so it's a request based. For some reason, it didn't log me in here. Okay, that's a bit odd. It did log me in the previous time, but I'm just going to try this again, and let's see if it takes me in right. No, somehow this does not go in, and I'll be honest. I mean, I know this is designed by Bizag, and there are a lot of great people at Bizag. I've had the pleasure and the privilege of actually honor of actually visiting Bizag and working there, Bizag in at Gandhinagar. Uh, so I've actually been there. I've seen the fantastic work that happens, and we've seen inside. We see huge team of people that work there, but somehow this site just does not live up to that level. But I'll still try and get in and show you how that happens. So for some reason, I could not logged in. I could not log in through my profile. I managed the exact same thing uh, through my wife's profile, Dr. Kruti Durvani. And here we are. This is what this page looks like once you're logged in. Your Ayush page. Now it does not have, it does not have a sign in. There's no password system. So every time you have to go in through your Aadhaar, you got a dashboard here which says registrations. I believe maybe this is where, okay, wow, it just logged me out. Okay, so I did play around with that a little bit, and it gives you an option to do one GCP course for 1,000 rupees, and just check your registration details. And it's got a Form A option, and something for a renewal option. Maybe they're building on that, and we can look forward to something. But as of now, the most important part is to get your certificate, and now you have your NRH number. So you can always click on sign up. If you click on this, and you're back here, and you get your certificate, and that's all that we need to do for now. Maybe let's look forward to what comes next. Do follow our ABDM series, and of course, do follow NCH Homeopathy on Instagram. They have been putting out quite a few important, interesting posts. In fact, they put out some social media guidelines, and we'd made a video on that explaining those guidelines as well. So in case you've not seen that, then do check that. They have some good sessions that are coming up, and would be interesting to see where this goes next. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe. Please do post in the comments. I will definitely try and answer whatever we can. As you can see, there are some issues, and we'll try to answer that as well. In case you're interested in the logo, I'll put a download link in the captions below, and we can take that. Thank you.